Hello there, my Cancers. This is Melissa with Enchanted Emerald, bringing you your monthly reading for the month of November 2021. As we get started here, as always, if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube, please don't hesitate to hit that red subscribe button and the bell so that you're notified of all of the new amazing content as it is released. Before we get started here, as always, I use the traditional Rider-Waite deck for my readings. That's my go-to deck. So when I tap into your energy, Cancer, this is what I really feel for you. I do feel like this is going to be a month for you to navigate some treacherous waters, so to speak. I feel like there's going to be some heavy energies coming up in terms of discovering your truth, honoring your truth, and working through some of these emotions that come along with that, because as you do that, some people are likely to fall away, and that is not necessarily a bad thing, because what that does is it creates space for people that are meant to be in your life to help you on your journey at this time. Okay, so that doesn't have to be a permanent goodbye, although it could be a permanent goodbye. People will come in and out of our lives. These souls were meant to help us on our journey. These are things that are planned for us prior to us coming in. And so there might be somebody who is in your energy, in your environment, that just is no longer able to serve us in the way that we need to be, navigating with them. Like the play with them is just expiring. And so I feel as though this person may be falling away, and that is okay. Not falling away like leaving this physical plane, but just moving on to a different path for themselves and you into your own path. So let's get started here. The 1st through the 6th, we have for your energy, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, we have the Devil card accompanied with the King of Swords. I think that Devil card came out for several of the zodiacs this month, and that's nothing to worry about. I do feel as though this is, some of the shadow side coming up for people. What I do feel for you, Cancer, is that this is the devil in the details, okay? What I feel with this is like the devil wears Prada, right? So like sometimes something can come in for you and it will look like it's dressed up very nicely, and it will come in this neat little package with a perfect little bow, and it's going to look wonderful. But underneath is maybe some underlying issues, things that might not be good for you. Maybe this person or this circumstance might not have the best of intentions for you. And so, I feel as though it's important for you to take a look at that, because, Spirit is saying like there's a bad moon rising. Like I do feel like something terrible could happen if you're not wary of that. Like, if you're not leery of that. So I feel like, just being mindful that there could be, like a tornado kind of like on the horizon heading towards you. And so, I feel like where there could be a conflict of interest, where you put a project maybe on the back burner. And so it's kind of a conflict of interest because you're looking to lay roots, you're looking to lay a foundation, build a beautiful future, and this tornado has come to just tear it all up, okay? And so if you're being a little bit more mindful and you're expecting this, you can prepare for this. You can get yourself to the cellar. You can kind of save yourself from this upheaval, right? And so what I see with this, and I don't really know why I was shown that too, I don't know if anybody else watches that Married at First Sight. I think it's on Lifetime, but I watched that. And so this season they had this woman, Mirla, was married to Gil, and they were the cutest couple. They were so cute. And at the end, decision day, they came and said yes, they wanted to stay married, and I thought that was the most beautiful thing. They were so cute together. And then a couple of weeks later, apparently, because I watched the reunion show, she had told him, after he had sold all of his stuff and moved in with her and everything, that she did not want to be with him anymore. She wanted a divorce. So it's like she dresses very well, and she's got like this style, and she's styling and profiling, and like they looked really cute, and they looked like they got along really well. And then just out of nowhere, it was almost like she blindsided him. And so that's what I feel with that like Devil Wears Prada. I feel like it's going to come in this like cute little package, and then this tornado is going to come in and like blindside you. So just be mindful of that. You know, I feel like whether this is like some like resentment that you're harboring towards somebody, and then you don't think that it's there and you're burying it because you're like, yeah, let's let it go. I'm not going to bring this up. I'm not going to bring my feelings up. I'm not going to trudge this up and cause any issues. And then out of nowhere, you just like lash out at this person over like something really silly. That could happen because you've allowed that to linger in your energy. You've buried that emotion, but it really is affecting you, you know? So it's going to be very telling where you're putting your focus, where you're putting your energy, and, you know, just make sure that at the end of the day, you're being mindful to honor yourself, honor your truth, speak your truth, and watch for that, the warning signs of how you're feeling, and make sure you're taking care of yourself, because you can prevent that from that upheaval, right? Moving into the 7th through the 13th, we have 3 cards, 2 of them 4s, which I love because it's a lot of stability, right? We have the 4 of Swords, a little bit of going inward, taking a break, resting, getting it together, right? Whoop. The Sun was in the middle, beautiful card for you, Cancer. And then at the end we have the 4 of Wands. So with this, I really feel as though, you know, there's something that you need to know. And I feel as though you're going to have to quiet your mind, really quiet that ego, take some time to yourself to really think about where you're headed, what you want, you know, and what you want to get out of this situation, right? I feel like you will have some sort of a sudden insight or revelation, all right? You're going to, whether that comes in meditation where you have this aha moment, you know, I really feel like it's more like a movie you're going to watch, you know, like your real life events unfolding around you. You're going to see it, okay? See these things happening around you. And so, you know, it's like laying low, hanging out, like hovering, like a little hovercraft right above the ground, right? Staying kind of grounded, just going with the flow a little bit, and then boom, it happens, and you see things for what they are, and then you're like, man, this is typical, isn't it? And you kind of like get a laugh about it. You feel like this is kind of comical, right? You joke about it. You might even have this certain like, you know, stereotype that you may joke about with your friends or something about certain situations just like this. And so you might finally at the end of it just feel like, whew, man, like I really dodged a bullet there. And so make sure that you're finding a place to, you know, go where you feel magical, or maybe it is a magical place to meditate and to help yourself stay grounded through all of this. I feel as though this place it's almost like, it reminds me of like a secret garden, right? Like I don't know if you guys watch that movie when you were younger, but it is like surrounded by trees, though, is what I'm being shown. So I feel that it feels safe, right, even. And so I think that could be for someone special out there, a certain message for someone. But just making sure that you are feeling your best and you feel safe when you are honoring your rest. Okay, whether that is meditation, whether it is just simply being out in nature, or just, you know, sitting at the base of a tree, right? Just connecting in that way. Moving into the 14th through the 20th, we have the Magician. And then the next cards for the 14th through the 20th, these all came out together. The Page of Wands with the 7 of Swords with the 5 of Wands. So lots of conflict, maybe a little manipulation, lies, somebody getting very, very passionate about it. What I really feel with this is that it's about to get lit. And not in like that I'm gonna have a drink and, you know, have an adult beverage and throw one back. It's about to get like lit in terms of you're really going to up the ante in terms of placing bets on yourself. That's what this Magician is bringing in, right? Like, you're ready to put all bets, all coins in on yourself. You're ready to do the thing, right? And so with this, you're ready to like throw all caution to the wind. And I think that that's kind of upsetting people around you, right? People that care about you, they kind of project, sometimes they tend to project their worries and concerns on you. And so this is what's happening, I feel. And that's where some of that conflict, I feel, is coming from. I feel that that's going to cause you to maybe get into some sort of a heated debate where sparks are kind of flying passionately between you and another, because you're kind of passionate about your cause, you're passionate about this subject, and it has something to do, I feel, with some ties to your past, right? I don't believe that there's any unresolved issues in regards to this tie to the past. I feel that it's just something that you carry near and dear to your heart that's happened to you that now you want to move forward and help others with. And so, I feel that it's important to be mindful that you're going about it the right way. With this, I feel you have a potential to change the course of many lives by being passionate about your cause and going about this the right way and helping others to relay your experiences, right? It's going to be soothing to that inner wound that you have, but then also, I feel like, moving forward, it will help others maybe to prevent situations or to also keep their situation from getting worse, right? So I feel like this could have something to do maybe even in particular with like a domestic violence situation. Maybe you want to help people, victims of domestic violence, or help people in similar situations. And so you're trying to get yourself involved in that. Others around you are kind of concerned, like, gosh, are you going to get yourself in a sticky situation trying to help people like that? Are you going to tear open that scab of that wound, right, where it's going to be a little bit more traumatic for you to relive some of those things? And then they're also kind of worried a little bit about like how others are going to view you for becoming involved with things like that. So I think it's just really important here for you to understand that, I feel like there's divine protection with this. I feel that this is part of your divine mission. I feel that this is a great path to be on because you are passionate about that. And I feel like part of you going through that experience is going to bring like a great knowledge to these people. But I do feel that there's going to be like a point where you're going to have to implement boundaries with those around you for projecting their concerns and worries and fears onto you. I feel like there's going to be like a battle for you to have to wage war with these people almost, right? To get your point across, your viewpoint across, to be able to do this, because it's just going to make it harder by having all of that happen to try to do this, right? And I don't see you giving up on that. I feel like it's something that you'll go ahead and continue to do. It would be just, easier if you had more support. I don't think that that's going to resolve right away, though, to be honest with you. So I think it's just important to be implementing boundaries and be consistent with those boundaries, because it will get worse before it gets better in terms of after you implement boundaries. Once you start to honor them, it will get better, though. Okay. Moving into the 21st through the 27th, we have the Hanged Man with the Judgment card. And I feel like for this one, Cancer, the truth is going to come out. That's what I feel of this. So, you're going to have things maybe revealed to you, maybe get a phone call told to you, right? Maybe read something, I feel like maybe in an email or something, there will be truth coming out, right? Or somebody tells you something. Now, I feel like this is going to create some sort of a temporary inconvenience for you. I don't feel like it's going to delay any progress in your life or anything. I feel like it'll just be like a minor temporary setback for you. But I do feel like there is a bit of an encroachment in terms of like the lines being blurred, like where like one thing is supposed to end and another begin. There's no like clear boundary. There's no clear stop and start. It's like one continuous line where like one thing is just gonna kind of like drag itself through your life, even though maybe this next thing has started. Your last thing is just gonna kind of continue for a while before it finally just, you know, gradually drops itself out of your life. Okay, so that's what I really feel with that. I don't think that that's really a bad thing. I feel like it might actually help you to adjust a little bit, or this person to adjust a little bit. You know, I think that that's something to be mindful of as well. I don't think that I'm not necessarily certain that you're happy about that. But I mean, like, I guess I get this, like, it is what it is feel from it. So, I mean, I don't think that you, like, really care either way, though. So, that's what I feel with that. 28th through the 30th, we have Cancer. We have the Temperance card. I feel like this is I'm sorry. I know this is supposed to be like a general reading for Cancer. I feel like there's some very specific messages in this for some very specific person. So I apologize if not all of this is resonating, but not all general readings can resonate for everybody. Again, just take what resonates, leave the rest, okay? We have the 28th through the 30th, we have the Temperance card, Cancer, with the 7 of Pentacles. So with this one, I really feel as though you may have established like clear definition of what you consider to be your shadow self, like your internal, you know, person, this internal demon, right, that you're battling, things that you have to overcome. And so with this, I really feel as though you might have a fear of rejection, right? Like a fear of rejection when you don't see eye to eye with other people, right? And I feel as though it's important for you to kind of like tap into this tiger spirit animal is what I was really being shown with that, where you tap into your inner strength and channel this. Understand that tigers can be very ferocious and they have to trust themselves, right, in order to accomplish what they need to accomplish. So this is what you need to do. You need to remain determined to do this as well, and tap into that strong will to do that and to accomplish this. But then understand too that there's a psychology to this, right? Why do you have this fear of rejection? And where is it stemming from? Are there things that happened in childhood? And I feel like looking at this here, we have to think about, are there doubts and insecurities that creep up, and then you find yourself kind of like overthinking things and going from person to person asking opinions, so where it seems like you might be talking about other people, and then you get like doubting yourself even more, and then you're like, man, you know, I feel like they're upset with me, or I feel like they're mad at me. It's just like this like vicious cycle with the ego. You know, are these type of things happening? So just be mindful of how things are playing out, because I think it's once you can stop that chatter and that ego mind, that's part of taking your power back. Okay? Overall advice for the Cancers for November of 2021. You actually got 3 cards. Most people get 1. A lot of people have been getting 2 this month. You got 3 cards. So we have the Knight of Wands with the 3 of Cups, rounding it out with the World card. Now, I feel as though with this, Cancer, it's really just saying to play things by ear. Try not to project too much into the future. Try not to really set your sights on something and like say this is exactly how it's going to be set in stone, right? So when we talk about playing it by ear, really go with the flow with that, right? Okay, that's what I really feel with that. I feel like the energies are changing so quickly now. I feel like this is something that's really important in terms of really accomplishing the tasks that you need to accomplish right now. Now, I feel like if you play your cards right, beautiful things will come in. I feel like, passionate endeavors are really going to feed and nourish like exponential growth. Like they're going to speed you along on your path in terms of getting you where you want to be, right? Now, that just kind of highlights too, Spirit is saying like the crown chakra, so like the top of the head, your connection with Spirit, meditating, things like that will help you in keeping a healthy mind and decreasing some of that chatter that can kind of distract you, I think, as you move through some of these energies. So, beautiful read here for you, Cancer. I do so hope that this resonates for you. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you're interested in your own personal reading, I'd love to be able to do that for you. You can hit me up at the Square site down here in the description box on YouTube below. And as always, I will be back with another read for you guys again soon. Thank you so much. Take care.